Pramo Atsu, Eha UTV, your ship house, Abeka Junction, or Mamuni Amanonin, some libre asson, Ayabwa no Sakasiabwa, Yede Mamo. This with chocolate drink, you here, in Socie, after special ice and soup, ewo a just on the board da form, in super, Bomodia, Nani Ebusiano, Enumbi, and sana special drinks, ebo in Chidoma, Don Shibako and Tem, Yedekasiabwe and Mamo, Yesha and Sama Babeti ABA. Empanyinfo a wo mo apomudin asoye akasa na de wo ka ene say wo mo be shama anti-snake serum wo matumi de bi akọ emia ne ayaresa bia horo a e wo Ghana fa na enyina se koba say wo eka omanfo a edom kuma e wo mrahye bedwam akasa once ma wo ka ene say pokuasi interchange medie enya de a omampanyin na ban ko a ebetumi age eho animonyam afa Ghana ene Switzerland wo mo de nsa Ashe cooperation strategy bi Asia womo apa eho entuma na yeko amanoni ensemu a South Africa mampanyin da Jacob Zuma ono ade no akoma police force minie momfa mintum said the court no esie wei ene ensem bebre na making kan ede amamo elprem to breka se boyi emo okenkan for eyeme obahima Afia Akyere Asiedu yentie ensem no enhyemo Asiedu shapomudi wonsam so e de atodwa say wo mo de omonsa e hye contract bi ase e framework contract e no beboa manmeku akese o mo sefata no o ma hyase e de enuro bi a ehia akọ regional medical stores e na afa teaching hospitals a e wo Ghana fa nan enyina na enumu no e na obehwe wo mo de kọ a enuro ase wo ka obi a e betumi di bi aka ho e ye anti snake serum no behwe amo supply bi e de aka ho.
Yes. Want an assurance from the minister, because the truth of the matter is that we keep hearing the shortage of this anti-snake serum in our constituencies. So I want him to assure this house whether we are not going to hear of any shortage of anti-snake serum in this country this year. Thank you.
Mr. Speaker, this assurance will take me into complex numbers situation. Mr. Speaker, I once visited Nabrongo Hospital, and they had run out of stock of anti-snake serum. Then I asked questions. Luckily, I was visiting with the regional director for health services. Immediately, he called the regional stores, and there were vials, about 350, sitting in Bolga. Meanwhile, Nabrongo didn't have nothing. So if I tell you I can give this assurance in all parts of the country, it will be very difficult. And I don't want to come and stand in front of Parliament, the Committee for Assurances, to try and answer to my own assurance. Mr. Speaker, I plead this question. It will be difficult for me to give this assurance. Speaker, anti-snake serum is supposed to be free. And if anyone sells to anybody and you come across it, please let us know.
Yeko Ghana mrahye bedwam edom kuma e wo mrahye bedwam e de ato aban anim say pokuasi interchange medie ya yawie won hwe en wanye eho animonyam amfa.
Krobia Wagana Han, Omohia say, Omo Coin Crow, Omohia improvement on the road. And a commitment of every government say, you better be invested to deal with the road network. Under the NDC, no, Yenim say, in Kranha, a very difficult say, be a rush hour, so bet to me, baby. We are waiting for in Kran, Parliament. Say, nipa break drivers, truck drivers, taxi drivers, ni passengers, break because of traffic, no. And ye entina NDC wa bemuno. Now, my ye juni say, ye be ye circle interchange, Obeshebi interchange, Pokwasi interchange, Tamamoto way interchange, any interchanges be brain. And now ye circle interchange, procurement processes for the motorway Astati, Ansana MPP for Abe Ejuma. The same thing applies to a friend who's saying Obechebi Lamte interchange. And the Pokwase interchange, in November 2016, and I have a road minister of parliament in opposition then, answer a approval loan to build the Pokwase interchange. Bibia aye Bibia ewi. And even that time, honor Mr. Awulo, Dr. Awulo Abbas, ama Daily Graphic interview bikra wakase sesi ano musan akasikano omo be starti design procurement process bia second quarter of 2017 no actual construction will start chese Dr. Abbas enhu say NDC for aye sa adwuma no nyina ewie de kan say omo ministry ni we no ombe ye omo adwuma na yesi ade no entenye won say NDP for aba no and project na starti enye say omu na omu di project no ba constitutional say who abem now free abem project are starti say viable the next government can take it on and it's a good thing but yes it say road minister compete with Dr. Baumia say catch say or twisted facts no say NPP for starti Pokwase interchange from scratch. What is the meaning of that? One started BBF from scratch. What have they said? Even if he's talking say the construction phase started from them. It didn't start from them. It's not about starting from MPP. That was the program. Minister Asem Wakano or Pese or the footru in a sense say NDC for a year in Sheshia Omoye program no esiho sebesi Pokwase ya fasikano. In fact, since we came to Parliament, MPP for Amba Parliament say Omobe Fasika BR in terms of loan to build Pokwase interchange. So that project is entirely NDC interchange. Almost say NDC for say neyen with 3 tiers, and I'm waiting 4 tiers. And you see Antro, they came to Parliament with a schematic design. Abay ama ministry ama wenu employers requirement say deal with the traffic situation there. And a 3 tier, 4 tier. That is not the case. In any case. Obia and free ministry and Eban Road, F President Akufo-Addo saying 3 tiers and not 4 tiers. It was an engineering solution. And ye per se, Vice President, the friend was saying, Honorable Minister, my good friend, say, you will not compete with Dr. Baumia in terms of telling half truths and not untruths.
Ye kwa ya mani bo for Michael Kofi enchen arehosema eto dwa ense wo ku bi ya ewo achim esi akwa obo for ma hai
ye nua
o ba fa nsem da kakra bra
ya asemu
yentie we
ye se beka
yentie o
addition o manfo a won mo achim esi akwa na mepei omhu adwom ye pan se opani bi a wonye fihia adunum woche ensuo bi a ebe ho a ye fe no twafo ensuo ana river no omuko hu ya pani demu a se wato na nan wonse no na moje fini hunim nanu na afensu na suma eba papa no enche be bia da se e bia otonsum na se bia bu se be kudonto wawu na ade hye ne susu se e bia ni paponfo bi na aye ne dom na o ma hye da de na kotu eye twafo ensuo nim se ne be ya be ka so ebia papa no na wapatre atonsu nim wabra yeti asem we na yekọ esiakwa bia ya asem esigin ye ne eye assembly man na owo potempo metwa ne ka twafo electoral area onunyanfo edodo sei o chere sei twafo ensuo no enye ensuo bia enwa titipu bia obi etuma na se obi sima ontumi ensori enti eyomo wa se openya wanya fihia edonu woche o ye kuani ofi na efom eba no obetumi abepatiri atonso ni mu a otumi nya ne ho hwe mekowi eche no otumi to na nan won se de mamoja fini nim na nimu ba enti mu oya ntempa no omoto nsa efe aposifo afi aposifo eba ni na admofo eba so mbe tebli emunu edi ifi ensuo nim omo se ye dade eda no nchen afi won aboto ye a ye se nso gu ni ye de kwafo mu ebi si papa enchen na afi so ono ne tade na neme bi nso ekeka ho egu ne nchen ne sayo no makobo ekrum ho ahemfa mane mo ba ho bi ya paye ansa na woyi papa no no mo na to hes mu de na akọ ayarsabia me no ekase emu no o ma tabli de kọ achimchebi ayarsabia wo bi a o mo kwa emu no makoye hwehwemu ahwe se papa nso nsom no toye ampampa no to ananan wo Asiedu anase nipa bonfo bi na to hye no so ye ne dom ansa na wo pian ahye nsom a ye work she be a post for one march to be any important say and fan come ye de anybody a train be to my baby anam ye fan come ya for any atie for amanda bono asi ewo
Aba for men kwansa yen hwe nsuo no na etesen ayiri ana ye normal nsuo a da ho a etene
enso no enye nsuo a eso by white ena mpo se say nsuo eto nti se be kosra mpo a enkoso bebre say twa me a me gina hoyi me tenten mu da biada ebia na be kwa be da edam na se simu ena se nsuo eye twafo ensuo no ebedu enti obi nim ne baaye ebia no wura no se bi ne hododo no ena obedu nsuo no so no or some bi di shokro na nim ena ebia obutu mu ana se ensem pi ko se nim defo ne a doctor from pedifo betumi a kire ne nam so poti e masa ewo no ebaaye
obafo be ma mo ani adwuma bibia ni ana wa ma yaso ate
yeah openi din so a oyo shenkani asamanka se magistrate second court kwa section ashe say onkoda eye banku kumu enfie poli eye enso onye adwuma den enfanka ho na asamanka se second court kwa section na ana Abubakar Abbas Adam ne tedwom eho ne wode eye openi a oyo drobeni a ye friend Imano Adodoi ebegina ho Imano Adodoi edi na waye oye shenkani na ma no hu sa bayo bi a wenye mfisha dunan ofi school eba no se era ufi fa era no so mi school ba no se ne fa books man na nhwe abi ne nkrata ma me pe o se dey be mi fie na begi after na mi fie eye school dem ana se class center na rebe ya wenye mfisha dunan ono so efi school edi abanti echi donjon se okọ ni fie ewo eye kwesi nyako na wakoji eye ni book wa bra abofa no kutu fo no na ya branti a ye pima no Adodoi a wenye fishia edu ba kwin ehye no na office abofa wenye fishia dunan na biwe ni maame ono ye eye kwaduboni e wasen mu o kire se ewia be nomne sampo no wa twende bana ne bana ma etintempa no so betino eti obi se bisa na wo kire de se ohu sa abayo no edi eye Emmanuel Adodoi kaichi ma okofie entempa na ne maame de ntoma pon yam na onante ko eye kwesinya ko fi maame de hokoye okoye na eye Emmanuel ne ka esifie na ohwe ohunu e do kobo ne dem ombie e do fa don fo se mebie mo ba kwa me na ye budan ni omu budan ni a Emmanuel Adodoi e na waso ne dikemu a wato pia afejan udane ye afi maame wura den ha ni baba yo a wonya fisha ni omo DSS no ono na ya se na che ne di magura odan so se bo aha yen e kwa no sunu na ne ko ta ge san sa kwa ne che na na fi ne ya odne ko ye ne na doctor ko che se ampa ya se sa bo fran nti pa na wo fo ne ba posi form wa bra eye prosecutor da som na no eye sergeant sambo usu cheche ma che asamanka se security court o che se omkusu ni pechi eye bo su so de mu wa fi mu enu ti ni ordinary bigina court e kwa na court ko genteni eye na o abu Adam aso che dwemu asamanka se court se abanti wa ye nyam asem onko dem abanku fi enfo no nya dwumaden enka ho no fi mu fi a se bi ho abofra en pa ye ne from pa ebu na ni chese dwe wetwam amanbo
yada yamani bofo Michael Akofi ase afi yemra ensemfofo emwei mrashe bedwani ma Okan Kwe Central aye honorable Patrick Yaboama wo de ato asoye hwe sikasam ntutu yeso anim se aban wodwumedie project bebre ha wo ba beye na emu bi kura no agebosia e na odi betu anamo a etisa nti won hye na onye ne tententem se de beye a dwumedie no ho beba omamu nyina emfaso
ba obebosia de ye dwumedie bebre ebi fa kwan ebi school ebi ayaresabia ebi nemo bebre na my central for more animal juma parliament kama pese abribia no se my report say I do loan every no anka mo be follow up and am be di echi ahebe bi ni a sika na mo tro mo paper mo and I'm here one announcement for TV so and more to online news no I hear na buy actually akodu another implementation stage. In Timpepi, nobody said, Nipa be break us so Abaya Bobusia at the year project we both NNSC. It's the steps, there was a facility there, a go through and sana yet there. Adaya and I say acquire and I be a ordinary person or person. The value for money process, no, say be a Jubakubi or better so, but say boy, you can say they talk Abia Amoka. Na ni boy say, Obi Obi Tobacco Jinabe be no car be wakaso ni boy 5,000, and so I buy a ton 80,000 and 50,000 in Tini boy. If you are not one hair specification and Nintia, near my Shishimuntia priced, I was into the and buying from the so money cost benefit analysis and answer value for money audit. And I'm saying, I buy a man and was area and I find value for money because I buy projects be brave. Into be Kasakra only informed only make me a list of government projects your approval of parliament almost 70%. In the last year and last parliament they are still going through the value for money process. To me say Ministry of Finance are buying president in Pennsylvania parliament and the media for say the value for money audit process. Or say, you feel coin this way, you better fast tracking or am it the ultimate benefit from the projects within the shortest possible time.
Yeko ahomano so na ne yamane bofo kwabena menu atwetwe nkomo ni nyina ayare hosema esi ebra wo bo ochechire ni bituo ewo atebubu ene jeje kwantempon no eso no aka ho bi ama chechefo ni nyina abuboko jan emo kwabena ma hai
ni aba meje uzo
bibi aboko
o nyame adom bibi aboko pa
fade aka ni nyina mai
yo mi aba me da se epin na no pai na yama YouTube ahwefo ehunu se zobe pie mu ewo ya ni dia o se ni ba ko ya wo dimi duma ewo ya kajeji di junior high school ya plan woni munyamfo enin kojo pra anura ebra na wo free ya takrade na oba besa ko ni school makwa kwatira na de akorofo wo ko twa aka yi ebra na teso matro ya primu ena benya kontre emochreteni eto kasa no mo wa wakana no ewan se do chenkani so no eto kasa no emani na munyina etime bubu ya wono so o doctor form ejira ne so omo ehwe na pastor wo ya asie no de atoso mienu so mo fo be kaya bank my headmaster don so wo Elijah Asante ekwaya so mbo ni to e mo no so primu ono so ni Africa digi wani tio we apa ko ni produce so enom ena tretre fo omo ewo kajeji metresen is ena dai ya me no kase omo guso demonstration no ode pa omaye omo nyina ase atade kokko de koja bo mu tri ya omo to omo agu mo tri so omo kan nyina ne se na ekode enya de se ombe ko eye school de mo ko kira de ni nyina ne se omo transfer ema omo so so ema mewu na usha demonstration omo ye nyema hudo am omo epro omo ni se mo ma tra guso a omo kan nyina ne se ye GS ema omo kwan no mu free yes ni is no mo ko mu kro na ombe wu a omo kwa ko wu e ho honom ebinim so atra se who is next why be ena etoi adrene so ebinom so atre se oka ba ko a na tese wakaye nyina enu kokoda nche ebinom so atre rest in perfect peace ya omode ma oteseniam watumi afri mo ena ebinom so atre se the oba sneeze abambo enya furani from enkata wo do ma atre no competition no de kai omode bi akwa abanka dipanyina wono ewa yesni da onimonyafo Abraham impanye omode bi akwa bambo for years omode bi akwa mo omode tese omode bi so kwa mantam fafo onimonyafo aya kwaku dijan se wono so enye na fe wontumi emran be eni tino emina ba bi sana sana te prepare no kasa de series enne atese for tese omo nko no ma kwa stade kofim ifa bonyefo am emira otumi ekokota kwa mu no tese ni ya bia school wo mo ekona joma kwa stade omotumi abo tese ni tu aku ampe omo nim nipa ebetire so oyonko da no dani tene ntesu kokko no mo etide sempanifo a ye second ye pa ena oba yesni sia omo edi asise so a enye asem ketwa
kwabna sanye ne yemana nko school ho yatutu ni nyina mu
yemana nko school anopa no edu ho no mo ko tra school dem wa bra ye koye no school bi wa be kwa ko bi na tete nkura ba ku mienu miensa na omo tete ho eri nti omo nya tin say teacher ni aye boni din afrim na tete nkura na nkasa kura na o senka tete fo ni popo su so omo kwatla de na omo nya ho meka emfa entiment na so omo di sia de san say omo tete teacher ni ani nkwato kura ya boni to yo bia as of nkura sempa emfa oni school a wo openkura na se ono nkasa timi organize classes free adima mantem one crown mo be sia de finti o man kasa no papra o mo tin se teacher ni ya boni fo wo ko na tese ku mu crown no mo no mo se da ni am kan ti e bra mo nya tin se acheche for no so be demonstration no o man kasa mpo sa je every classrooms no na baby wo so abe demonstration na go se group one ba ku mienu miensa o mo amia kakra no mo so do mo agi demonstration mo so efe atempre ne e di amo ma tire foi
kwabena menu ye bema mo ene ejuma o
yo mini aba
ya mane bofo kwabena menu ene etene nka efisine east ye to yensem no eso kane president Emma Swiss Confederation enna eneya nso Swiss minister ohwe oboade ne pa ho nsem eso yes Monita Samaruga wabomodia ne Ghana amanoni soafo onabo kenoforiata na afi amanoni soafo ma Michelle ayokobotwe wo mo akeka wo ho boma wo mo ada Switzerland ene Ghana cooperation strategies shonko edia eba beboa ama amamienu ye dwade ho nsenkan atumi agina ne nan so
say ombeboa ne ade cooking stoves ne ade ebe 5 million ebe for different households and 90 ya sign a roadmap chese ye bedwen ho biem ne ahwe normal to say galamsey no reforestation any alternative livelihood any biomass sane be a secondary schools no and so sane a won be use no and also will be natural into no by October ye be san share biem na ya bo komo ye kan no ye be 65 million euros. HSA, they share the private sector promotion and institutional build-up. Into and also, making sure say align with our the Obatampa program. No, as any you move in the right direction.
Our partnership with the Swiss Embassy is indeed commendable. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Ghana and Switzerland have shared a common history as far back as 1828, when missionaries from Basel, Switzerland, arrived in the Gold Coast, now Ghana, to carry out evangelical work, especially in the eastern region of Ghana. The missionaries pioneered many schools. They also contributed to the development of cocoa as an export product of Ghana. Following negotiations between the technical teams of the two countries, an agreement was signed in November 2020. In respect of trade and investments, Ghana is Switzerland's second largest and most important trading partner in Africa, with Swiss chocolate factories largely dependent on cocoa beans from Ghana to produce their world-famous Swiss chocolate.
It allows Switzerland to contribute more to the global reduction of greenhouse emission gas that we would be able through our domestic measures only. And finally, it brings the cooperative spirit of the Paris Agreement to life, benefits Ghana and the global climate. I am convinced that together we must fight climate change, use our leadership to promote innovation and protect the future of our children.
Yet why en kasi boy eso nanu adade e course e wedwura no aka hu bi ma aban apaw commission a wo matena se o mefrase eye ensem mu hwehwemu a na commission atena se mu ne ene da etoso miensa ekoso e wo kumase wo asantemantam emom so wo de wani di echi a prosifo mpanyimfo akọ edidi omunim akwakoto dwa asojafo mso akoka de omhu ye amansentrofo biography City FM ne Joy FM ne ade a wo mso akokeka wo ensem na when ye kone ne nana ya akwada executive director Bureau of Public Safety edi asemi eho enkomo opanyimi mo akwa eba kaseboy eso
yania mejo so metia ahefo so
meni mahefo nyina ejo so na wadaru ma wodi wani adidie ekoso ye chi adwenkyerɛ ɛwɔ ho ɛne sɛ
yo me da se maybe kind no me say efa adwira nsɛnsɛm a si ho ya kasa bebree afa ho baby a yɛni ngye ho kwan a yɛfa so deploy military for ɛbɛyɛ nnwuma a ɛfa amanfoɔ ho citizens ho yɛni ngye ho na me sɛ nam ɛno so ne didi a ɛfiri amanfoɔ ankasa hɔ ba ne nti na yɛate saa ministerial committee yɛdeɛ nanka yɛnyaeɛ anka nanka yɛ presidential commission of inquiry a wɔmowɔ powers of superior court a ɛsɛ sɛ wobɛtena hɔ a wontumi mpo ɛnyɛ w'adwene sɛ wobɛdi ntorɔ nanso ministerial committee yɛbɛfa no saa bere a wɔn adwuma mbɛwieɛ no ɛbɛyɛ dene sɛ yɛbɛka biribi a ebi a ɛbɛfa adwuma no ho ebi a na yɛahwɛ yi a na amanfa nkɔte na asopɛm nti mɛsrɛ sɛ obi biara wɔn a wɔwɔ interest ne wɔn a wɔn ani gye saa adwuma no ho nyinaa no obiara fa n'ani nto fam na ɔhwɛ na ɔntie bi sɛ mpanimfoɔ wie wɔn adwuma a wɔyɛ a na wɔn de wɔn krataa bɛto dwa yɛn nso deɛ ɛwɔ ka no yɛbɛka afa ho na saa bere deɛ ɛmi sɛ so far nipa a wɔn frɛ ɛde ba nyinaa no ebi ani hɔ a mɛka sɛ deɛ bi a nipa no ho nyinaa mu saa yɛafrɛ mc yɛafrɛ minister yɛafrɛ military commander wɔn gu so a yɛfrɛfrɛ kɔ megye di sɛ saa afoɔ nyinaa yɛ deɛ buroni bɛfrɛ no persons of significant interest a yɛafrɛ from no yɛni gye ho nti yɛso yɛni gye akyire ɛtake records of nneɛma a ɛkɔ so nyinaa sɛ mpanyinfoɔ de wɔn adwuma bɛɛwie na wɔn de wɔn krataa to dwa adwenkyerɛ a yɛso wɔ hɔ no yɛbɛka de afa ho
yɛnhwɛ bibi kakra going forward a yɛkɔ yɛnim sɛ ɔman no afutuo bi bɛwɔ ɛkwan bɛ ne bɛfa so anya solution ɛde asi deɛ asi ya no sɛ de bɛyɛ a ebi nsi bio
no mi da se still na ayɛ sɛ boho biom
mi pɛ bibi kakra
adeɛ baako a mehwɛ anim sɛ abra committee na adwuma bɛbɛwie no asɛm baako a ɛwɔ sɛ pie firi mu ba no ɛyɛ kwan a yɛfa so de deploy military for in civil matters. Let me say, at the dawn of the 8th parliament no yɛhu biribi a amanfoɔ dodoɔ na ani angye ho a basabasayɔ ɛba a parliament a obi nim faako a sogyafoɔ firiɛ ɛbɛpie mu bɛsi nnɛ saa asɛm no parliament hyɛ dansi ho nkonnwa ɛka ho asɛm yɛhu bebree ɛnyɛ nnɛ mmom na ɛhyɛ aseɛ na ɛmi sɛ mmeretiawa mu no obi bɛka sɛ it has become very very frequent, too frequent in our scheme of things. Say your ball near Kobokra, idea the police sogyafoɔ abɛgu hɔ and say everyone saw hobby duty say demonstration near kwa idea the sogyafoɔ abɛgu. I mean share me say by the time our committee meetings the query no to me be a yedima politicians who be no to me be a yedima regional governors, if you like, ministers, and now MCs, then you count what's up to me now, to deploy military, no, that to me, no, they will recommend, they must recommend, say, that to me, no, they be sign, no, encoda president in Kwana Kukum, it's as a military, no, they are there purposefully for external aggression. Say, who could not see the within internal issues, and was all clearance should come from the president. And no idea back when you the committee no at the betuga. And it's a pushing me the idea back when me capture one. Me give this PM for second.
Nana mi be pian bio yensha individual response. Ashanti regional minister onya intelligence and offer military for and o mobile video bi wo de aba ye push no onfa ne source mra o so onfa mba soldiers even so koy a omsi o man kwase omu ko shutu akum nipa na emum se de be ya mbe prepare nipa kakra response na say
mina say your first question na no asa ba so no you are asking me to basically make judgment on a sitting and say Mekacho Nasa Ubisami about disclosure of sources. Maybe say who as a journalist only say sources there be a yen shedder and grow hosa. And you know, I will not hold brief if the minister will not disclose the source. But in America and Sankaye commission of inquiry, they will do that aspect of the sitting in camera. Just say some common on beginning of Kukum. No one will say, I see a year video, no demand minister. But ministerial committee of inquiries are to me, a limitation. And see, Kanya marketing KTBT and the Eka and Kanan Kayepe, Presidential Commission of Inquiry.
Nana ya wakwada yeda se ene omre awie yo. Abusiafo panyina mene ne bonko me Nana ya akwada o executive director Bureau of Public Safety de ekoso a edura esiye na yapa ho commissioner wo mo etiase ewo asante mantem a ene defo etoso miensa no eno nkomo enamne opanyi eboye metua ensem no eso National Petroleum Authority wo mo bomoden a ene empanyifo ekabia ewom ewo Council of State ehia ha wo mo ebonkomo nano na chief inspector ewo NPA Esther Anku edi enchechimu mampanyifo di enti a ade be cheprem ni atofa ho buom wo so kate wani ate ni atoto bonu rofrof no odi nchemu no amampanyifo
Afiwe nkwafa ngobo ya tumbe sempre de wo ho amagana fo ebosu dwetere enye fedi agrokra na se ba ne sa ashanti asika nso na chese toa ne betu Michelle Lorife e na afe yinso ebe keka kane amahodo bebre na se ba ne sa de ne na chese aban ne nso ene eleso mobo ne nyina akọ ede ma wonum enam so kra masisia no ene amabo nso akokọ okosora magana fo egusua eti ni sutenten a Council of State for Krampo afre enchemudie e wo ho a wo moto ato adwene de ahwe kwan yomefa so a wo mo ne adwadifo mpo nso akasa ede afa ho na eniomabo etumi akofom na chief inspector the National Petroleum Authority Madam Esther Anku chire mu se sisi anu nyame anim nukrenie National Petroleum Authority wo mo ne aban no efiti se wo mo de emra bi eba ye wo mfie benini dunum 2015 mu no enya de omumienu nyina wo mo wotumi mpo wo fa ngo ntum bu mpo so na emom no wo mbetimi ene oil marketing companies no na twetwe nkomo
an idea about why the prices of petroleum products seem to have increased. Indeed, they have increased. But then, this is determined by the importers of petroleum products, who are mainly the bulk distribution companies, and they are very well represented in this room by the Seaboard, led by Senyo Kosi. And then the other key stakeholders in determining prices are the oil marketing companies, and their CEO, or the industry coordinator, is also here with their members. So now they actually determine the prices of petroleum products in accordance with the prescribed petroleum pricing formula. So what we do is to monitor compliance of the setting of the prices in accordance with this pricing formula, which has been duly legislated by Parliament. Now, the components of price of fuel include the following. The first one is the world market price, and we have no control over the world market price. The second is suppliers' premium. The bulk distribution companies have what we call the suppliers' premium. That is, it is added on to the cost of products that they get, the FOB, the free on board prices. So this includes the freight cost, the insurance cost, the storage cost, even estimation for demurrage and so on. They are here, so if there's any question to that effect, they can provide a lot of details. Another key factor in pricing has to do with our exchange rate. Exchange rate. So how well we are managing our exchange rate has a significant impact on the ultimate price of petroleum products. Then we have taxes and levies that are also legislated by Parliament, and these serve as very important sources of revenue for government. You will recall that in the recent budget, there was some introduction of some additional levies for that same purpose. Then we also have statutory margins. The oil marketing companies, for instance, must benefit from their business. They must be able to pay their staff. They must be able to meet their overhead costs. So in that prescribed pricing formula, we have some margins for the marketers, and we have some margins for the dealers. Then we also have what we call the distribution margins, because products should move around the country. We receive products at the coast, but then products must be moved throughout the country. The demand is increasing. Now we have what we all know as OPEC, Organization of Petroleum Exporting Countries. They are the producers of oil for export. They determine how much or what should be the cap of production for a particular period. Somehow, they are not producing as one would expect. Demand is rising, but supply is curtailed. So that then will lead to what? Increase in prices. So that is basically basically the cause of world market prices increasing, the FOB, I mean.
Mantam emuna mantam musuafo e honorable set Kwame Champon wo di atudwa se won kwate a omanfo bi ne nam ne mpasua ne mantam no so e keka se population census for ba wo mo ba ene kenkan wo kenkan nipa no se eto nti ne kenkan wo mo enti omanfo no nwane ma wo mo nkom ye nkan wo mo e no se enye no kre osrada omanfo ni mpie no mfa wo ho anyi dwumadie no emo
won se ade papa bia no ya na bodno apata ho kakra ye kan na nkofo bi nam fikyire no mo se edin a ye twiro de abeji omanfo ntoku ato mi gina dwaso nti de ntoku ato ne hia me no ye ntwiro din emfa maji obi ntoku ato ye twiro din ne atimi anya oman no ne pomasibre se duru bia ye bu nkonta pese ye di mpuntu obi bo man ne mu a eno so ne ye gina ne ye de ehunu dodo e wo ho ne atimi de ehunu se ye di mpuntu nyuma wei e di mpuntu nyuma se eba omani mu a eno mo man no ono so ode ne ho hie nti a ye twire din no nti obi bia ma na ni mre se ye kenkan no oba me kan ne bi akenkanfo no atudin bi se wo se fata nti e wo se wo hwe se ye be kan wo nti ehia se ye be kan oman ba bia enye takra wo gem suban bia ye mpe no ye akenkan yi mu de hia ne se obi a ye be kan wo na won so e ba se ye be japade bia ye ba be che amo manfo wo man ni mu a wo so nsa kan chefa
niema enan ya me ni kan ho asam no me kase onye ni nyina nwie yi nanso wadi hujuma akwachire papa uhwe edwa ya minister the bia ye gina senka eyenkran ya ye be kase pavilion ni ayekadenti ye be kase learning hwe juma wadi ewom animu akasankasa no osi abonsan ni stores wadi mu ha chese minim se enche ye be frɛ na wa bebie edwa ni nyina so ano kade akwan inkro bebre ho awdu ho no street ye ba kopɛ me kase kade ye wo street miensa a ni nyina fa etumi pie krotia baby a ne ye ninda na nsuo agye ho afa okronim nyina no samini ufi ha regional minister me no be fa ho no twa photo no de ko kye na do say ebere bi atwa mo me na do fa ho na enenso se de ho ayeni na wo de photo le ko kye o mampanyin wa ye no fefe
edisi wa ya ade edana se bebre efise ne ye bre wa ha pa nsuo to a me na na ekuta soso ne ye betu amana na ne wa ye se ya man ya dana se pa na emom no ye sra ban se on san fa wono anaduma pa de o ye bi ma ye kuro mi pa me be adwom ha no almost 40 years ni mpampuro ana bre na ne ye de ebo ayi apata ye di Asiedu nanso de ye wura ayama ye ho na abura ayama ye aburo so echanso edutwam enti yasem ane se yada na se bi mra bio
mahu MC for bebre
na na bo jibo si akode na juma so ni oyo bi a osia oyo jumadi eweyi am say bosu mi kure ni ye oyo na so be ya mai ampara waye enunti obi ofudu apade e piano
Yetwa ensem no eso Owura PA Gold or your head of public relations how Ghana Education Service and Kramantam Emom was just say or the ensemble ABPA dwa esan say professor Opokwa Mankwa edikan kase Achimota school ye be lockdown kakra said ye be ya covid no mpanyifo be hwe na wo mo asoso ano opanyi UTV so ni mahai
me so many ava
bibia bokode
boko me twi no enye papa iti
ah e be fa ni sa
yes, and then anopano mo carry story say Achimota school close sit down. That is not the position. Professor Akasa anopano ochre mo say nkolano ebi mwanya yare ne bi na ya separate san nkolano enti ehun hia say awofo ebe panic on the school mo ho. I'm a director public health and so chiremu. But I come back invitation kakra ba say school no almost to school no almost close down school no and yes sir. Okay. Nkolana omanya yare ni nyina na ye treat omo e school mo ho Ghana Health Service for ASI Jumano. And number 2 academic work as it is now is going on. Nkolana esian there was school mo ho. Nti yesre awo for say Emma Obi enye panic. Omo nyanto bo say na Ghana Health Service for air treating kolano. Everything is under control. Academic work is ongoing in the school. Yeah, when any person yes sana obia akomantoni.
Okay, nti me bem kakra. School no yentum enso lockdown because we school no mo.
Yes, partial lockdown. Those you are separated. Those that are having the virus, they will not be in school. They are separated for treatment.
Yenshin say, Sabi at the chair coso. So be a day student, not a bio fifty banoko or banoko, I'm over any day.
Obi a day student. Na onya yare no bi na obi an hano. Obeti na for school no more. What you said because academic work is ongoing. Okay. What you said. The schools in Nankasano or your students no more school mohon yano. Ya chomo emrana somo this was school mohon. Ya chomo bibia. The students are being informed what to do. The teachers are there to tell them what to do. But the communication outside is different from what the students, what is going on in the school. That is what we want to correct. What you are saying.
Open gold, yenim say ya re ni so bi nya. Ebi ebetima di be na otwe 7 days bi ansa na eyin hu adi.